Holy shit. One of the biggest Apple leaks ever just occurred the other day. The iPhone 18 Pro leaked in perhaps the most crazy way possible, and I'm going to show you the best possible look at the device without getting in trouble. More on that later. First, let me explain what happened. Basically, one of Apple's manufacturing partners in India, known as Tata Electronics, was hit with a major ransomware cyber attack. This resulted in 200,000 internal files being posted on the dark web by a group known as World Leaks. Of course, all being centered around the iPhone 18 Pro. This includes drop tests of the phone, real looks at the A20 Pro chip and its 2nm process, WMCM packaging design, and a big neural engine, and perhaps worst of all for Apple, an exact look at their part-by-part network for suppliers, giving competitors a look at Apple's operational strategy. Yikes. As you can imagine, this 100% is going to leave a stain on Tata's relationship with Apple, especially since this is only their 5th year working with Apple. Now, luckily for Apple, this is just the iPhone 18 Pro being leaked, which is set to be a fairly minor upgrade over the iPhone 17 Pro. But could you imagine the level of severity if this wasn't the iPhone 18 Pro? Imagine if this was the iPhone Ultra, the foldable iPhone coming this fall. Or worse, imagine if this was the iPhone 20 coming next year. So with all that being said, you may have noticed that while I've discussed this leak, I haven't showcased any of the aforementioned internal files. Why is that? Well, it's because I literally can't. Apple has been cracking down on accounts that have shared these internal videos. I think this is a pretty stupid move for Apple, as this indirectly confirms the leaks are legit. But I do think from a personal ethical perspective, it isn't all too fair to share these internal videos that were obtained from a ransomware attack and shared on the dark web. So I'm not going to do that. Instead, I've made my own mockups and analysis based on everything we've seen from this leak. And here it is. Yeah, it looks pretty familiar, doesn't it? Design-wise, this leak didn't give us much that we didn't already know. The dynamic island is getting 35% smaller this year. The back glass is now color matched to the aluminum unibody, rather than being a two-tone design like the iPhone 17 Pro. But one thing we did learn from this leak is that the Apple logo is now a mirrored look, which is kind of a small but cool change. So design-wise, not too much new, but we expected that. Prior rumors have given us a good look at the new colors coming to the iPhone 18 Pro this year, which includes the classic silver, alongside the return of a dark gray or black finish, and a new light blue and an all-new dark cherry. But we did get a good look at the A20 Pro chip and the huge redesign this chip brings. Obviously, we're moving to 2nm here, and more importantly, the new WMCM packaging design, which in the case of the A-series chip means the unified memory is now connected directly to the SoC via chiplet design. Kind of like the chiplet design Apple uses with the M5 Pro and M5 Max, except for the unified memory now. This will improve memory bandwidth significantly and improve thermal performance, and that's not even factoring in the thermal improvements we'll already see with the 2nm process node. We also found out that the neural engine is growing significantly in size, which potentially means we'll see more cores for the neural engine, but it definitely means the neural engine is getting a lot faster, which will be essential for the new Siri AI in iOS 27. Now, according to this leak, the A20 Pro chip should deliver around a 15% boost in CPU performance, while consuming 30% less battery than the A19 Pro. If you do the math on that 15% boost, that means the A20 Pro chip reaches a similar level of performance to the M3 chip, which, to put that in perspective, this tiny iPhone chip is now faster than the 28-core Intel Mac Pro. The fastest Intel Mac ever made is now being outperformed by a tiny iPhone chip, which will be pretty exciting for when this chip comes to the MacBook Neo, likely in 2028. And while it wasn't mentioned in this leak, Apple is doing something different with the memory in the A20 Pro. Obviously, we know the memory crisis is happening right now. Apple just had to raise prices on Macs, iPads, home products, and even the Vision Pro last week due to the memory crisis. Now, Apple is trying to get around potentially having to do that with the iPhone. For one, they're trying to get a partnership with Chinese memory partner known as CXMT, which is a memory company that doesn't sell to AI data centers, but rather strictly focuses on commodity RAM for consumer electronics devices. It's unclear if the US will approve of this, but if they do, this will be a huge win, though it's unclear if this will affect the iPhone 18 Pro, which is likely to receive a price increase this fall. But something else Apple is doing with the A20 series of chips is using these new 1.5 gigabyte memory chips. Now, for the A20 Pro, instead of using two 6 gigabyte memory chips or three 4 gigabyte chips, Apple will now be using eight 1.5 gigabyte memory chips, which still totals to 12 gigabytes. The reason they'll be doing this is they plan on using these same 1.5 gig memory chips for the standard A20, which will use six 1.5 gig memory chips, which total up to a rather unusual 9 gigabytes of RAM for the standard A20 chip that will be used in the iPhone 18 and iPhone 18e in early 2027. But since Apple will be using the exact same 1.5 gig chips across both the A20 and A20 Pro, this does simplify manufacturing a little bit. As if they went to the full 12 gigabytes for the standard A20, as previously rumored, it would have costed them nearly $500 million more annually. We also got to look at the battery capacity of the iPhone 18 Pro Max. For the eSIM only models, the battery capacity is now 5,425 milliamp hours, up from the current 5,088 milliamp hours on the eSIM only iPhone 17 Pro Max. And for the models with a SIM card slot, the capacity is now 5,235 milliamp hours, up from the current 4,823 milliamp hours on the SIM card slot iPhone 17 Pro Max. That's a pretty reasonable jump in battery life, combined with the efficiency gains of the A20 Pro chip. But something a bit more interesting that got leaked with this major dump is the cellular modems. For months, we've been hearing that the iPhone 18 Pro was finally going to switch to Apple's own custom C2 modem, officially ending Qualcomm modems on the iPhone. However, this leak actually denies that. Kinda. For iPhone 18 Pro models sold anywhere outside the US, you will get the C2 modem. However, for iPhone 18 Pro models sold in the US, we're still stuck with the same Qualcomm Snapdragon X80 modem from the iPhone 17 Pro. Now, why is this? Well, it's because the C2 modem still lacks millimeter wave 5G support, which has been a feature available on every Pro model iPhone and even base model iPhone since the iPhone 12. Now, in my opinion, millimeter wave 5G, even 6 years later, is still a very big gimmick. While it may seem promising, it's notoriously unreliable, it's still not widely available in the US, and it's a pretty big battery drainer. I'd honestly rather Apple remove it from the iPhone 18 Pro in the US if it means we get a much more efficient C2 modem, as the advantages that come with that modem are significantly greater than the advantages, or rather disadvantages, we'd get from millimeter wave. Plus, the law of diminishing returns. Like, when have you ever needed over a gigabit of 5G speeds? But that's just what I think. So, there you go. While not the most exciting leak, it's definitely one of the biggest in Apple's history. I don't think it tops the big hitters like the iPhone 4 leak, or even the M4 MacBook Pro or M5 iPad Pro leaks, but it's still absolutely insane. What do you guys think about this leak? Let me know in the comments.